There's plenty of this artwork around, tells you about it, who they are. Oh, that one's Damien Hirst. Look at that. Damien Hirst. It's a Damien Hirst glass household paint on canvas, as you see, originally from the Mercury collection. So they have these original pieces of artwork. It's astonishing, some of the stuff they have on there. Deck 5. Deck 5 is a promenade deck. Best thing to do, yeah, we said we start on port side, so let's keep starting on port side. This is an area called Celebrity Destinations, and so this is where the officers' captain's club is. You can book, it's quite a clever setup. You can come in here and book for future cruises, so it's a way of keeping people engaged with the whole cruise program. Deck 5 is the first deck that you can go out onto the deck. You see, you can walk up and down. You have a smoking area, it's nice. And you've got all the lifeboats. So this is the lowest point at which you can actually come outside, and you can walk most of the length of the ship outside here. Mid-Atlantic Ocean. Go back in. Or I'll be here forever. So it's kind of 6 o'clock now, so I need to start getting move on. This is Bistro on 5. Now Teresa and the kids and I went in here on the Celebrity Equinox. They sell these amazing pancakes, absolutely amazing things they do. We haven't been in it on this cruise, but did enjoy it. But it's in quite a lot for an extra £5. But there you go. Crepes, very good. A pastry man, hard at work, creating some. Hello. Some culinary expertise. Oh look, I've never seen those. Look, they're bird cages with with little screens showing little birds in. There you go, as you do. Right, upstairs now. This is the what's called Celebrity Tastings and the Molecular Bar. They advertise making cocktails using liquid nitrogen and all kinds of flash things like that. And this is just an area where they do auctions. On the Equinox it had art galleries where they could auction off artistry and a piece of art. These are the shops from downstairs, and right next to this on the other side are more shops. These large areas which you're kind of unaware of usually, where there's no, you don't get into, but we were talking to the cruise activities manager yesterday, and he said there's huge areas of the ship which are devoted to the staff, and you just don't see. He said there's over 1,000 members of staff on the ship that do not enter the public areas because they're just in the background. People who work in the kitchens and keep the engines running and all this kind of stuff. Amazing. This is the photo gallery. You can book photos. They put the photos up on these. They're all shut at that moment, but they have these boards that all fold out and they display one's photos. And you have your photo taken in the portrait studio, or you can buy things such like cameras and iPads and all that kind of stuff. And they take very glamorous shots if you want them to. So down at the end there is the deck 5 of the theatre. You can see it just says on the top, Silhouette Theatre. It's all shut up. And then as we go along, there's I won't walk down there, but there's a shop for selling posh perfumes, Yves Saint Laurent, all that kind of stuff. A bag shop, and lots of fashion shops. This is the expensive shops up here. So downstairs is the more everyday shops. These are the expensive shops. So Bulgari is up here. Up the, what they call it, the men's shop. The high-end men's shops. Piece of Time went in here, asked about one of the promotions they were doing. Discounted watch from, I can't even remember who it was, sponsor Porsche, but went in there and I said, oh, that looks interesting, how much is that? And he got it out for me, and there's Tag Heuer, got it out for me, I put it on my wrist. £5,500 with a 10% discount, tax-free. So I passed up on that one. You can buy pieces of art as well. Yeah, Bulgari said it's exquisite, so they sell diamonds and it's all quite posh and expensive up here. So we tend to we look in there and we look wantingly at it and can't decide we can't afford it. This is one of my favourite areas. This is a cafeteria. Again, you can look down on all the goings on in the main foyer down there, the grand piano. This is called Cafe Albacho. It sells proper coffees, really lovely, and lots of little nibbles bits that this case is usually full of. During the day, savoury, just exquisite stuff with salmons and all loads of lovely stuff. And then in the evening, chocolates and delicacies. They do lots of sugar-free sweet stuff. The sort of stuff you look at and you think, there's no way this doesn't have any sugar. But it certainly does. So there you go. This is Galateria, which we didn't know much about Italian gelatos, but Italian gelatos are like ice cream. But apparently they have, instead of ice creams which have 80% air in, these only have something like 30%. And they do taste fab. They do really strong flavour, amazing flavour. The Ensemble Lounge. These are the specialty restaurants. There's an interesting bit here. It sort of is a bit odd in this ship, in that you stop here and it's got sound of parrots and exotic birds and pictures of trees on the wall. So I'm not quite sure, that seems a bit out of place, but there you go. Then you've got a lounge. This is all the area that people will sit in prior to drinks. You've got something called the Michael's Club, which is sort of like your bar that you can drink in before you have your meals or just relax. It's supposed to be like a gentleman's club type of affair. Got these bar areas. Now all these specialty restaurants you have to pay supplements for. They are expensive, but we occasionally splash out because we think it's worth it. This is Murano. Murano, Teresa and I went on the Equinox. We had just a romantic night, the two of us. This is sort of a European cuisine, top quality stuff. Look, starter smoked salmon and piquito crab parfait, pancit foie gras. Main course, what we got for main course? Hazelnut coated lamb rack and Murano lobster, and it's all very nice. And they usually have musical entertainment down here. And we'll go back. Slightly odd part of the ship, this, because it's all designated these specialty restaurants. And so the only reason you'd really come down here is if you were going to them. There you go. This is lots of piece of artwork. Down here on the left, on the Equinox, we went into a place called the Silk Harvest, which was sort of Indonesian food. They replaced it on this one. We haven't been in here, but they replaced it with something called Cuisine, which is supposed to sell dishes which are a mixture of dishes from around the world, all on one plate. So you can buy slightly strange food. Don't like the design of their menus, but for instance it says Persian kebab, skewered tender beef, garlic and spice with vegetables, yellow rice, pilau and tuni sauce, whatever tuni sauce is. We've got a restaurant called Blue that we can't go in because it's only allowed for people who are Aquaspire and Sweet users. We've never actually been in there, but it's all artwork on the wall. It's quite nice here in this part because you're eating quite low to the sea. This is Tuscan Grill. We decided not to come in here last time because it was a grill on the Equinox, but we came in this time and we loved it. Best meal we've had. Absolutely fantastic. I felt a bit like eating because I'd eaten so much, but really nice. And you've got this amazing view at the bottom here, which I love. It's like a 360-degree view. There's the sun coming up. and it's looking at the back of the vessel. So there's the Atlantic Ocean going away from us. Right, this is about as far down as you can see out the back of the vessel. I think that's amazing. You can see all the water being shown up by the engines. Look at that. You normally move around 17 knots, something like that. So we loved it down here. So that was decks 3, 4 and 5, which are the public areas in the ship. So we have, you know, you saw the shops and bistros and restaurants. The next decks we're moving up into are mainly decks associated with the hotel, so the staterooms and the like. But on each floor there's something slightly different, which is worth me showing. Past more pieces of artwork. Deck 6, always round each of these. For each one of these decks, on the whole it's just staterooms, nose to tail, but around these areas and near the glass lift there's usually a feature room. Not on every deck, but on most decks. So deck 6 here, the feature room is a celebrity lounge, which on this one they call it the I Lounge because it is a designated authorised Apple reseller. How cool is that? They actually sell stuff in there. You can buy, you see, everything's Apple, and you can buy MacBook Pros and Airs and, oh yeah, heaven. Deck 7. Now deck 7 last time was a sort of an environmental area, but this time it's called something called the Hideaway. See the other guests beginning to wake up. So they have coffee in the corners there. There's all the glass lifts with the ornamental tree. And these are rather nice because they have little areas you can, nooks and crannies you can hide away in. And these chairs here, they turn and swivel. Again, I'll have a quick look at this because this is the upper part of the Hideaway. This is deck 8. We're going to have a quick look in the middle. There's like strange pictures of presumably previous guests yawning. This is the top end of the Hideaway. You've got these little eggs that you can sit in, read your books. It's all rather nice. What's deck 9? Deck 9 is the card room. Oh, the kids love this. They get into playing cards. Cards you can come in, obviously you can play bridge and poker and stuff, but generally people come here and just do the Sudoku puzzles, which Teresa likes. So you can sit here and with the tree and play cards, and it's quiet, and there's games for kids, chess and all the dash and the like. The card room. That's really nice. Quite a lovely quiet area, really. Deck 10. Deck 10. I'll show you deck 10, 11 in one because again it's a double height room. The library. Have a proper library. You can take out books, you can sit and read them. Lovely room, like this. Again, you can sit and you can relax. And there's another level, that's deck 11 up there. And then the next deck up, you're then up to the glass, you're then up to the pool decks. So why don't we do that? Why don't we head up to a pool deck?